Why, hello there everybody, it's Nick Dutch. I'm back on the camera again one more time. This is going out on the Nick Dutch Videos channel for obvious reasons. This is a slightly more serious channel, I suppose. Well, actually my Bespoke Group UK channel is also pretty freaking serious as well. But this particular channel is like serious stuff about this more serious side of occult type weird things. And I'm just going to talk a little while about the subject because basically I've got to try and undermine the straw manning of what psychic subjects are all about, because there's a couple of things which get in the way. Firstly, there's fiction, and secondly, there's entertainment. These two things seem to convince the vast majority of humanity that anything which is supposed to be supernatural happens to be something which comes from supernatural fiction, such as werewolves, for instance. I saw a documentary a while ago which suggested that the werewolf was an invention in order to cover up something even more hideous, namely in some sort of peasant village in what is now Germany, I think it was. Don't quote me, I just saw this a while ago. There was an individual who molested children, and then in order to cover up his tracks would dismember the corpses. And because it was felt that a respected person in the society at the time shouldn't be tarred with this brush. It was scary to think that respected people could do anything as diabolical as to molest anyone. They then created a fictitious creature, which was the werewolf, and from that we get the werewolf myths. So that's not supernatural, that's invented by humanity for some form of social stroke political purpose, namely to cover up something which was diabolical. As far as UFOs are concerned, I don't even see the point in being concerned about life on other planets, or whether grey aliens are visiting humans. It just doesn't seem to concern me or concern us. And as far as the entertainment industry is concerned, this is where things get pretty peculiar, because people take to anything from YouTube to television in order to try and gain knowledge. And they might watch a TV show which has like the announcement at the beginning, this show is purely for entertainment purposes, and they would see it as something academic. They would see it as if it was some kind of scientific study, which basically it is not. So when you've got like your popular TV mediums like Derek Acora or whatever, doing their stuff, they're entertaining you. Okay, I've got to get that straight. They're entertaining you. It's their job to be scary or to act as if they're possessed. You know what I mean? So they're going to mislead you, and it's going to be considered to be a con. In reality, it isn't a con because they are succeeding in entertaining you. Okay, so as far as entertainment is concerned, that's fine. They can be entertainers, but you yourself mustn't get that confused with what any potential or possible genuine occult or supernatural phenomena could possibly be. The other thing which gets in the way of people trying to work out, what's real, the thing which distorts the messages, is that of cults. And there's all kinds of cults out there. There's, of course, the alien cults, there's reptilian cults, there's people who get involved in modern New Age religions, and they present themselves to be, the great magician, and then what do? They come out with a load of dogmatic heebie-jeebie bollocks, really. So be very aware that there's always going to be people who are going to make massive claims which are there to either control you, as in the case of cults and weird religions, and of course, like the conspiracy media, they want to get you, addicted to the fear and paranoia, for instance. Or there's misinterpretations of what is supernatural because of things like werewolf stories, and which have been written for other reasons. Okay, so werewolves don't exist. However, there is a medical complaint which is called lycanthropy, which, so I understand it, is to do with the disintegration or disease of certain parts of the human brain, which deals with the sensation of hands and feet. there's some kind of psychosis associated with the disease as well. So when one of these individuals gets their lycanthropic attacks, they have like a schizophrenic experience, and they stop basically being human. They think that their hands and their feet are turning into paws, and they, in their psychotic mind's eye, think they're turning into an animal, and they then may, in their psychotic, sociopathic state of mind, go and attack someone and eat them, basically. But that's a disease, okay? They have not physically turned into a wolf. Okay, so get that clear inside your head. So if you're trying to go through the process of trying to work out, what's real and what's not with anything that is vaguely supernatural, just be aware, first and foremost, that there's these three, if it's not two, it's three different trains of thought, which is going to be there to confuse and to confound. So let's just get that out of the way first and foremost, before I try and give you a proof of the pudding is in the eating message about occultism and what that is essentially about. And to hopefully give you a series of ideas and potentially exercises as to how to try and bring about some forms of strange phenomenon with practice and self-training, which is what it's all about. And it might take you years to try and get some mild phenomena, or it might take you months. It could be variable. So in the meantime, chill out, relax. The devil is not going to try and get you, and werewolves don't exist. And keep cool.